you see the clips of people like just bashing women or they're just saying crazy stuff. You're like, bro, like I'm pretty sure in real life you don't talk like that.
All right, what's good, Mac?
What's good,
real quick. I looked at your Instagram real quick. You know, not no weird shit or nothing, but just I just want to see like. So I have a picture of you. Why are your feet out? Like, what? Have you ever heard of Feet Finder?
Nah, I haven't.
Like the app where you take pictures of your feet and
nah.
That's free content right there. You could have monetized that.
Yeah, I'm not weird like that.
All your pictures are literally in different countries. Like every single one.
He just jazz.
No, I'm not. I'm being for real.
He just
so like where do you get that money from?
You know, I work.
You work?
Yeah, I work. You know,
like
I'm an engineer, bro.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Where do you work at?
You know, I work at different companies.
Oh, okay.
You know, I would tell you, but y'all got my government, my age. I'm not saying the company.
Have you ever heard of scamming?
Whoa, I actually haven't.
You know, like the MSR, like the swipes.
The swipes?
Yeah, you know, that's not something you've ever.
I've never heard about that before.
Oh,
scams. That's interesting.
Yeah,
I've never.
Let's put this right now. Hold on, because something here is not right. Are these Chanel shoes? What? Oh. What regular person wearing an ethical job wears Chanel shoes?
What? I think you could afford Chanel's. I thought everybody could afford Chanel's.
I can't even afford McDonald's. You have two first names, right? So like
well, I have one first name. I have one first name.
Mac and Paul.
It's put together as one.
You feel like you're compensating for something, or
no, not at all. Not at all. I think it's just it's a cool name.
Okay, so what do you want to be remembered for?
He just dropped the bomb on me. He just dropped the bomb on me. He just dropped the bomb on me.
What's a hot take that you have?
Gunna's better than Lil Baby. Are you a Baby fan?
Yeah.
Wow.
You never heard you never listen to Close? You never been heartbroken? No.
I've been heartbroken.
Like if you listen to Close Friends by Lil Baby, Gunna doesn't have that type of music where like he's not versatile like that.
Heartbreak song because so when you're a cool guy like Gunna, you don't gotta worry about heartbreak.
No,
you don't gotta worry about heartbreak.
He's just desensitized.
No, you don't gotta worry about heartbreak.
You know, I was told a couple days ago, it's better to feel something than feel nothing at all, right? And I think Gunna he doesn't have that sadness. He doesn't preach that type of choir. You know what I mean? So at that point,
Gunna makes cool music for cool guys.
You listen to Screamo?
Who's Screamo?
Like the type of music where they scream in your ear.
No, I don't listen to Screamo at all. So, I don't think I want other men screaming in my ear. I don't think I want that.
I mean, who said anything about me? Men, it can be women.
I'm just saying, if it was women, okay. Now we can talk. But I don't think I want men.
Kalina, our lovely guest over there, she put me on actually.
Yeah, I think I'm good.
So who are you?
Man, I'm Nigerian.
Yoruba demon.
Bro, I'm a Yoruba angel, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I was like a Forex guy like before, so it's like
okay, we can talk about that. We can talk about that
I was
too.
a Forex guy too, but it's just about like doing whatever like you want to do. Like don't care what other people have to say. Just do it.
You know what's crazy?
What's up?
I didn't know you were Cameroonian until like 2 weeks ago.
I'm a Cameroonian guy, brother.
Tu parles français?
Oh, bien sûr.
Oh.
Comment ça va?
Tu es francophone?
Ah, francophone.
Oh.
It's not too many of us out here.
Why CurbTalk? Why is it called CurbTalk?
Honestly, bro, you know how like when you was a kid or like you just having conversation with your friends or you're like just on the curb talking. I think that's kind of how it came up. You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying, right? You're just waiting for the bus stop talking. I think Mac came up with it. I'm not gonna steal. I'm like he got that, but same concept though. We just want to have the same type of conversation we have with our friends. You know, we try to celebrate one of our friends, a good friend, Taha. You know, and
co-host,
you know, and some people just weren't happy about that.
Yeah.
Somebody tried to find you $1,000.
Yeah. Do you think we should press charges or not?
Why not? You know, we've been through a lot in this country. Might as well.
Yeah. We need some reparations. You know?
Reparations, that's what it's called. Let's do it.
Is it reparation or repercussions? We're gonna have a CurbTalk on the TimeMillionaire podcast. We're gonna go real in depth.
I like the way you think. Appreciate you.
How you been?
I'm good, man. Just living life.
I like your shirt.
Thanks, bro.
Oh, you got Mona Lisa on your body?
Yeah, I guess so.
There's like you got a lot of women on your body?
Nah.
That's not how that works.
Nah, it's definitely not how it works.
So how would you describe yourself?
How would I describe myself? I feel like
I'm much? No.
Nah, definitely not a much.
No. You're not?
Definitely not a much. Nah. I wouldn't identify myself as a much.
So we're gonna play a game.
Okay.
Are you a smoochie?
Am I what?
A smoochie?
I don't even know how to answer that.
You don't know what a smoochie is?
No, I don't. Can you explain?
You either are or you're not. Like,
let's go with no.
No?
Yeah, just to be safe.
What's 2 + 2?
4.
Okay, so you're a smoochie.
What? That's not up. You know, it's just a Mona Lisa who really cares, you know?
Oh, you don't care about art?
No, art is great.
You don't care about Mona Lisa. You just said that.
I mean, not
so to all the art lovers out there, you don't care about their life, huh?
Nah, I mean, listen, me personally, I don't really care for the Mona Lisa.
You don't care for Mona
It's
Lisa.
a nice shirt, though. I like the shirt. I bought it because I like it.
One of the greatest artifacts of all time, and you don't care about her.
I mean, she's cool. Like, I would definitely go to the Louvre. I want to go to Paris. So, yeah. I probably see it myself.
You ever seen Lupin or Lupin or whatever?
Lupin. Yeah, I like that shit, yeah.
Do you resonate with that man at all? Or?
I wish I was as smooth as him. I wish I could,
be like a criminal, right?
Nah, I'm not
a thief, art thief.
Are you saying that because I'm black?
No.
Oh.
I think there's an epidemic going around.
Okay.
Or maybe pandemic. I don't know. YouTube don't unmonetize us. But yeah. So you know when men do this emoji? This like when they the emoji like the heart.
Yeah,
emoji
the heart
with
emoji. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Do you do that?
Have I used emoji? Yes. Now, what's the follow-up question though?
Do you feel like that makes you a little like as a man? Why are you doing that? You know?
I just feel like in the right context it works.
You don't feel like a pretty princess or anything doing that? No?
Never. No, I don't think so.
Yeezys on your feet?
Yeah, I stole this from your closet.
I've never owned it.
It's all from your closet.
Really?
Yeah. There's actually a really good dumpster right by where I live. That's where I got all my clothes.
Okay. Yeah. How does that work? I've never seen.
Sometimes you really just gotta go dumpster diving and just get lucky.
Okay, so you seem to get lucky a lot.
I mean, I'm a blessed guy.
What's your favorite condiment? This says a lot about you as a person.
I don't like condiments.
Oh, you don't?
Hot take. I don't like ketchup, mustard, relish. I don't like it.
Like, do you like sauces? Like barbecue sauce?
Barbecue sauce is cool.
Everybody likes barbecue sauce.
Everybody like, yeah. That's all.
Do you like Chick-fil-A sauce?
I don't use it.
It's nasty, right?
I mean,
I think it's disgusting.
I would agree with you on that for simple fact. I just haven't tried
sauce
it.
is pretty nasty.
Okay. We can agree that I don't use sauces. I don't use Chick-fil-A sauces.
So like, what do you eat your chicken with?
I just
dry, right?
I mean, that's one way to call it, but I just feel like they season it well enough to the point where you don't need, sauce. I like goat meat.
You like meat? You like meat?
I like chicken. I like poultry and beef.
But like, what's wrong? You can say meat. Like,
I like poultry, beef, and pork. Let's just say that.
Oh, pork.
Yeah. Sorry.
Welcome back to the TimeMillionaire Podcast. My name is Taha.
My name is Jim.
And we're here with CurbTalk.
What's up, y'all? It's Mac Paul.
What's up, y'all? It's Yeriel. What's going on?
Big collab right here.
Right,
it's a long year waited for.
You and B's podcast, all together. And,
yes, sir.
I just want to ask, so how was that one-on-one for y'all? Because I think it went well.
That one-on-one was an experience.
I saw Yeriel went out. I was like, I'll make sure I'm not gonna go out like him.
Tends to ask some crazy questions
every single time.
Yeah,
and I never know what's coming ever.
I don't know.
It definitely keeps you on your toes. So,
but that's a good thing though. Like, you need things like that in a podcast, like keep you on their toes and stuff like that. So
nothing too crazy, nothing we couldn't handle.
Kudos to you, my guy.
Yeah, y'all know how to talk. I got your own podcast
a little bit.
And I say like, so what made y'all start y'all podcast?
I feel like it was. I always like podcasts for real. It was like that was like I feel like. Think about like peak Joe Budden. That was like years ago, like 2015, 24, like peak Joe Budden. I used to like watch them just a lot. I'm like, I like podcasts. And then COVID happened. And then I'm like, why don't I just like start my own joint? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like started. So, and then Yeriel was talking about how he liked podcasts. So it kind of like just came.
Literally, I think I started getting into podcasts. It must have been like 2019 to 2020 type of thing. I was just listening to a whole bunch of podcasts. And I've always been interested in it. And I knew like, I like talking about stuff like music. I like talking about stuff like that. I was like, damn, I wish sometimes I even made a post. I remember thinking sometimes like, bro, I would start a podcast. Obviously it was just like a thought at the time. I wouldn't think I would actually do it. But then when I think Mac had said something on the story, I'm interested in starting a podcast. I was like, maybe this is the time. You know what I'm saying? So I just, we just locked in from there. We here with it now.
Did y'all always know each other? Like y'all were friends for a while?
Yeah, since like high school.
Yeah, ninth grade.
Oh, y'all both. Oh, y'all went to same high school?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
we both went to Flowers.
We both went to Flowers.
I just thought it was you.
Okay. Yeah, and I left Flowers my junior year. Oh, yeah. So I was only there. I went to a boarding school.
Wow, he got in trouble?
Nah. Everybody asked that question. Did you get in trouble? No. I didn't get in trouble. But because my parents wanted me to go to private school for a while, and I was in this program called A Better Chance, and it was like a program that helps you get into private school. So that was just the private school I ended up getting into. I didn't want to go to boarding school.
Oh yeah,
it was all boys too.
I just looked up and Yeriel was gone. I'm like, where you at?
Because it was like, even I was going through the process. It was like sophomore year going through the process, and I was just like hoping I wouldn't get into any school so I could just stay at Flowers.
Oh,
but then so like, you know what I'm saying? But I already knew things were going to happen. So once it ended up being the boarding school, I was like, damn, I'm about to be all the way out there. But it ended up being a solid experience. Cool, yeah. I made some real good friends, like friends I'm still friends with to this day. So
that's sweet. So like when y'all try to make our podcast, right? Like, what came up with the idea for like what y'all want to talk about? They like, you know, those podcasts they be talking about women and be talking crazy about like that go through your head, or like what y'all want to make for your content?
That honestly never like came to mind. Yeah. It was just like basing it off of the name, like Curb Talks. The name came from, you know, I was originally supposed to do with some other friends. We came with the name, so shout out to my man Fat Mox and B Rig, but we came up with that Curb Talk. But basically just like, if you ever been like outside parking lot conversations, like you live on the sidewalk,
sitting on that, you know, the little green electrical box,
box. Like this is what our platform is supposed to represent. Like everybody just being there, just talking. And I had some of the best conversations there. Like I feel like we all had some of the best conversations there. So we're just trying to shine more light on that.
Yeah, and I think we kind of learned over time, kind of like trying to find your niche. I think especially with podcasting, bro, it's so hard to try to find your niche and try to like figure out what are we going. I was gonna leave it alone. You know,
TikTok games, my fault.
I was gonna leave it alone.
It's like when weird stuff happens, you just
let that go. Like we really was just like, all right, let's try to, because we don't want to be out there talking crazy. I was never. I don't want to ever be a point where it's like, oh yeah, I'm growing up and my parents are seeing me talking about crazy about women. Even regular people just seeing me talking crazy. So
we all got careers, low key.
I'm trying to like get jobs and things like that. So I was never gonna put that kind of image out there.
Because I really be looking at people like they're talking like, you know, Andrew Tate and all them are, but like then there's college kids, you know, bashing, you know, women are bashing like people with like jobs. I'm like, bro, like,
but that all stems from just kind of catch a viral moment.
Yeah.
It's just like people not being authentic.
And it gets views by also saying like at what cost, you know?
Yeah.
Because like if your employer sees that you don't have a job now, it's like you better, now this podcast better work for you.
I think people are really willing to take that leap though. Yeah. And because people are willing to be like, oh, now I'm gonna, because you talk controversial enough, bro, people are gonna post onto it. It's gonna get viral.
Yeah.
For the worst reasons, it's gonna get viral. So, and people can build up momentum with that. People have haters, like that Fresh and Fit, bro. They have haters, but people, they're still going up to this day. You know what I'm saying? So I think people don't care about that kind of attention. You know what I'm saying?
But it's still like how quick you go up is how fast you fall. So it's like I'd rather spend time building something. You know what I'm saying? Take your time and build it, because the goal isn't just to get a viral moment, get a viral clip, and then fade away. It's to get there and stay there.
Right?
You know what I'm saying? So.
And I think it's just about like I like for me, I care about respect. I feel like more than anything. Like I don't want people to sit here and like you can get famous off being like the bit of the joke or just being a meme, and like I would never want that personally. Like I feel like having respect is honestly probably one of the most important things, because like
for sure.
You know, I like me personally, I just couldn't. I think that's crazy.
You know that the one guy who's basically like the face of unemployment. On Twitter, there's like this, like on Twitter, like there's this guy. I don't even know how it happened. I forgot exactly how it happened, but like this is guy's face, and it's like anytime somebody's talking about unemployment, it's his face.
I wouldn't mind being a funny meme though, like a funny thing, like a funny meme though. Like I see the meme where like the guy like came up to the funeral.
Okay, yeah.
That joke is hilarious.
Which one?
He's like whenever somebody dies, they post it.
That serious guy? Yeah. He's like, I just wanted to make sure he was there or something.
But like a funny meme, I would fade.
Nah, I mean, I feel like going viral for certain stuff is cool. But like, I don't know. You know how like 6ix9ine, like everybody, his music was never like OC, like good. It was like, he was just.
You were bumping 6ix9ine before you went to jail?
I mean, I wasn't like his
name a 6ix9ine song right now.
I mean, Gumbo was popular.
I know. I was. I'm not gonna hold you. I was one of 6ix9ine's biggest haters.
Really?
Because I was like, bro, this guy cannot rap. No, he was just going up for that. So I was like, straight. It's gonna be a time, bro. I'm telling you, he's not gonna do this for long. Like, and he can't. Like, I don't know the last time I've seen 6ix9ine. So
he just trolls, bro.
And especially like he's a funny guy. So it's like at certain parts, I kind of fuck with it, but it's like. Then it would be like he'll troll the wrong person. Somebody dies, so like get into the beef. And I'm like,
that's the thing with social media. Like you can, like you said, controversy is really what gets the spark going. So you can just say whatever and it keeps going up. 6ix9ine, even people like Andrew Tate. He's banned, but like he got bigger being banned. Not being banned.
It's so crazy
because you got to think about it. It's like there's no bad publicity. Like all publicity is good publicity. So it's just like whether people are slandering you or people are loving you, it's all the same. So, but I feel like I'd rather people love me my publicity than bad publicity. But it is easier to get bad publicity. Though.
Yeah, and I mean, because most part after like 2 weeks for most like since none of us are like top tier celebrities, right? Anything you say after 2 weeks is probably gonna be forgotten. If we're being honest, unless it's like blatant, if it's like super crazy, but like for the most part, you can say something kind of wild. People will forgive you after a week or two.
Especially now, we can say whatever.
On the internet, it's crazy.
You can say anything, right? So just anything, right?
I don't say nothing crazy.
Okay.
Sure.
But I kind of going back to like I like the idea. Like I didn't really think about the name like that for Curb Talk until now. But like I remember my best moments growing up were like on that electric box. Like we would come off. I remember coming off the school bus and everybody would just sit out there. Cause like my one friend lived the house right in front of it. It's like everybody going there getting noodles or whatever, and like we just sit out there. Like we would go like for like 2 hours, like just be out there, whatever. And then it start raining. Like sometimes it get rain, and everybody gets scared. Like I'm gonna get electrocuted. You start running around and shit.
That was scary.
Like I like that. Like
that's a very
yeah. Same thing. Like the intro kind of explains it too. It's like if you sitting down, like. What was the CurbTalk podcast? We on the curb today. If your butt hurt, stand up, stretch, sit down, let's get straight to it. Like get up, stretch a little bit, sit back down. Like it's all the, you know what I'm saying?
That's fine. You should try to maintain that type of thing. But like, but back to your question about like what made it start. I mean, like what we want to talk about. I think at first it was more of a hey, let's talk about what's going on in the world. Like more of a kind of like a Joe Budden type of architect where it's like you're talking, let's talk about music, what's going on in music, what's going on with this. We kind of realized that like a lot of people do that. And the reason like people like celebrities can get away with that is because they're celebrities. People are gonna watch them. They want to hear your opinion. But we're not celebrities, so at a certain point we have to do something that's like different, something that's gonna make people have quality. It's gonna have quality content. So we kind of just switched. Mac had the idea of just switching to doing more guests and things like that, which we did do that for first season. We did do more some guests, but we kind of learned and kind of was able to cultivate how we want to go. So, you know what I'm saying?
No, that's fire. And I think that was like for us too. Like we've always thought like having guests, but I think ours like we like business, like so seeing how other people were like doing things to better themselves. Like that was kind of our thought process. But
what was the hardest part of like actually getting the podcast done? Did you guys brainstorm a lot before you actually put your first video out there?
Yeah, because it's a lot of work. I think it's more work than people think it is.
No, it's a lot crazy work, bro.
It's a lot more.
And it's
even now is work. Even now it's like,
it's
bro.
still work because like why like we gotta keep working. We're not where we want to be. Like why stop working? Like it's a continuous grind, and people just think you just come here and just talk. But you don't know what happens behind the scenes. The planning.
We've been here for 3 hours.
Yeah. You don't know like the planning, the visions, the
getting lights,
the producing,
bro. It's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Especially in
one
terms of
wrong
like
audio recording and it's like the whole podcast.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
The mic and stuff. Not like, bro. it happens, bro.
It's the worst.
It happens, but it's just like, what can we do to make ourselves stand out? So we're just having that continuous thing to like just be better and just keep improving. So it was a lot. But I feel like when we first started, it was like, all right, let's just sit down and talk. And then we sat down and talked. We was like, you know, I think we need to do something more. Like we need to do more than that. So
I think definitely like we definitely did some good planning. I think we went into it with like some sort of direction, but we kind of learned quickly like, nah, we're gonna have to step it up. Especially like the different things that go into podcasts. You need graphics. If you're gonna promote your podcast on graphics, I mean on social media, you're gonna need graphics. Thankfully, my girlfriend at the time, she did graphics, so was able to get like a whole kind of like templates and things at the time.
That was OC class.
Super class. Shout out to her for that. But it was definitely it's just a process, bro. Because even when you have to get the mics, you got to get the mics. So once you get that, how do you connect the mics to the laptop? And we literally sitting there watching YouTube videos of how do you record audio on the thing. So it's like, bro, we really think it's simple, just connecting it, but it's not.
We used to use the voice memos on our phone. Our first season,
for real.
We would like that was the only way we could think to do it. Like because everything else is so complicated. Like you got like this box is like that's like $100 piece of plastic.
Bro, don't even get me started on expenses, bro.
Yeah,
this thing is an investment, bro. It's an investment for real.
Yeah,
but it's worth it.
Like even balling on a budget, you probably still pay like. I mean, it's not like crazy. Probably like 300, 350. Like that's budget though.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, you could probably finesse in other ways, but I feel like a high quality setup at least costs like a 1,500 probably.
That's why people don't always come out the gate with the high level because you got to.
I think starting slow is always most important. Like how you were saying, you got to build. I think so when people like to start things like you could get instant success, but are you ready for that?
Right.
Because like at some point, let's just say like your first post went viral, right? Let's say your first video got like 50,000 views, 100,000, right? are you gonna be able to sustain like all the pressure now and all your fans wanting you to post? Like, are you gonna be able to sustain that?
Right.
If you haven't built up a good foundation, you're gonna crash and burn, and then everyone's like, "Damn, what could have been?" And you're gonna be disappointed in shit.
Yeah, I ask myself that a lot. I'm just like, I don't think we can like sustain it right now because it's like not even that we just don't want to. It's just like we're still students. Like we're college students first. So it's like sometimes that get in the way, or sometimes somebody need to take a mental health break, or you're just not feeling it. You know what I'm saying? So there's a whole lot of things that go into it. So right now, I feel like no, but I feel like soon, definitely soon.
It's just a process.
Definitely a process. But we kind of learned to embrace the grind. You know what I'm saying? I think over time it's like, cause bro, even when we started with like, bro, if we get 10 listeners, bro, we're happy type of thing. Because we weren't even doing visuals, we're just doing straight audio. So we're just kind of happy because we're kind of just approaching it like we're gonna do this because we like to do it and it's gonna be enjoyable for us. So if people like it type of thing. But we kind of slowly learn how to like embrace the grind, like learn how to plan this, learn how to plan guests, learn how to plan your rollout, learn how to plan these different types of things. Because all these things matter, especially when it comes to podcasts. It's not just podcasts, but any type of business you have, you know what I'm saying? And that's what we kind of like. We love talking to people who have their own businesses, just learning the insights of like how they grow, how they grind, you know what I'm saying? Because, bro, you got to have a grind. And I've been learning that, bro. Like, if you want to get to somewhere, you have to be willing to work for it and willing to, like, wait and be patient for it. Wait for God's time and type of thing. So
OC, God's time is important.
For sure.
And trusting that process is very important.
Yeah.
Somewhere I would argue that the process is better than the actual destination. Because what you're going to remember is like, whenever you get there, you're always just going to reminisce about where you were before. And you're like, dang, I've made it this far. And that embracing that process is the most important part.
It makes everything worth it. Yeah. And I kind of want to ask y'all, like, moving a little bit forward, like, so for your podcast, because I think there's like many different types of podcasts, but are you guys kind of here to like kind of spread a message or more like for entertainment? Cause I think that was like your identity, right? I think for like us, I think in the beginning we like our first season, if you look, like it was all like social media stuff, like trying to be more entertaining. But I feel like at some point, like that's very difficult, like to sustain for a long period of time.
Definitely.
So like, what do you think like you guys would prefer, to entertain or like inspire, I guess, or like have a message, or both?
A little bit of both. I feel like you kind of got to be just cause like, especially when it comes to entertainment, if you want people to watch it, people have to be entertained. That's number one. You know what I'm saying? So, and number two, but we don't want it to just be like you said, trying to play up to the social media thing, having those conversations. Not only can those conversations get kind of crazy and go in very different directions depending on who you have on the podcast, but also just like it's certain controversy you don't want to have, something you don't want to have attached to your name. So we do also want to like, and I think kind of like sending out a message kind of just came to us like a lot last season. One of our main like something that overarching theme was just like finding your passion. Like, what are your passions, type of thing? Because for some reason, every time we'll talk to somebody, the concept of having a passion is just what came up. So we kind of just want to keep building on that and keep like not only just entertaining people, but also just like showing people that we can like in the DMV, we're doing a lot of great things, and like there's a message we want people to keep doing the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So
I like you said, like I think the DMV, like one of the best places to live. Like this is off topic, but like, I feel like the DMV, there's so much talent and like stuff going on here.
Yeah.
Like, I think DMV is like actually a top tier area. I feel like a lot of people don't talk about Atlanta and Florida or Cali.
Definitely slept on.
I think if you look at athletes, you look at like musicians. DMV is going crazy right now.
But it's like people want to talk about the places that are established. They don't want to talk about the places that are still grinding. Yeah, like people just want the finished product. People don't want the process. And it's like so it's like the DMV is like we're still going through that process because we still lack in some areas that other places lack, like notable figures in some senses, or
like super famous people.
Yeah, super famous people. Like we don't really have that, but we have hella talent here, hella creatives. So it's like we just want our platform to show what we have, and show the creators that we have, and inspire messages, but also be fun, be funny. You know what I'm saying? So everything counts.
Yeah, and sure. just touching on that, just like being from PG. I think I'm proud of being from PG. You know what I'm saying? Like I enjoy being from here, and I think that just like it's so much time in the DMV. KD's from the DMV. Not everybody's gonna know KD's from the DMV, but KD he was hooping at the school. I used to go to Kenmore Middle School. He was hooping near there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying like it's so much talent here, and I think part of the reason why we aren't as big as we could have been is because of like a lot of things in the DMV. Either it's champ. People don't want to work with each other. People don't want to do this different types of things. Like even rappers, bro. I literally just recently I saw Cardi B doing this dance, and she said, Cardi B, she was doing this little dance. Right? It was a New York dance. It's my little Bronx dance. I'm what's on the DMV? I'm talking about Money Mar, Young Manny. These people used to we that's crazy. It's a hard thing, and literally the joint had like 2 million views, and now all those people think it's from the Bronx. I'm like, that's annoying. That's annoying. It's so annoying because it's like we have so much talent here, and people, even the flow. I just heard Uzi doing the little
Islam Gunnar.
Yeah, he did it. The DMV flow was something that's been replicated by a lot of different people. You just don't know.
And I feel like because Lil Yachty's the only person I've ever heard like ever give credit to the DMV.
Exactly.
I Ye first.
Okay.
Ye got his style here.
He did say that.
So like the DMV, we create stuff. We try things come in first,
and then they take it.
Yeah, exactly. And then they make it their own. But people like Kanye, I don't know if Uzi shouted whoever else.
I mean, I think Uzi probably showed love here because like he had that song with Shabazz. You remember that song?
Yeah, he did.
Shabazz.
We're not gonna have man every time.
I'm like, there's no way Lil Uzi didn't mess with DMV if he did a song with Shabazz.
Nah, he did. And you can tell, even though he won't publicly say, maybe he won't, but like you can tell people get the. And Lil Yachty's one of the free people to be like, because he made songs with like Lil Dude and things like that, and Gunu back when Gunu was alive, RP. But it's just like I wish not only would the DMV promote our stuff a little bit more and just like kind of band together, because Atlanta, they all work together, bro. They put people on. Like I just watched something about Gucci saying that Gucci said something about the only reason he signed Thug was because he was actually trying to sign Pee Wee Longway, and Longway brought Thug to the session and was like, nah, sign them because they're hard. And because they were hard, Gucci said, I'm gonna sign them. You know what I'm saying? So it's people just show love for no reason out there. So I feel like if we kind of adopted those same things, we'll be in a much bigger place. But it's like
it takes more than like that's what we want our platform to be. It takes more than just talking about it.
Yeah,
we want to be an example of what we're supposed to do. Like have people come on that are creatives, and God willing, we grow our platform huge, and we're still showing love to the DMV, having people come on, and you know what I'm saying. So put action behind your words, and that's what we're trying to do.
Big bar.
Nick, I think it's one thing like have a conversation, but it's like to like form that relationship. I feel is way more important. Yeah. And I think that's like the one thing. I think a lot of times here it's like people be like, oh yeah, I support him like from a distance, but it's like I think real support is like actually taking action, like bring people along with you, trying to teach them and everything. And I like how you were saying everything here is like people always want to be like, oh, it's champ or this and that, but it's like I feel like at that point nobody's ever gonna grow. Yeah. And I think that's the really hard part about trying to start something new. And like you have probably experienced too, like having a podcast. I don't feel like I didn't know anybody else with a podcast when me and Jim like started. Like you guys are only the people who I knew who had one, right? But it's like if everyone's like, oh, he's champ for doing this, or like I feel like you can't. It's not weird to try. Like I think that's something most people act like, oh, he's doing something a little out the box. But it's like, what do you want me to do? If everybody's doing the same thing, like nothing's fun anymore.
But the thing is, people will call you champ when you try it. When you make it. I love you. I knew Taha, I knew Jim, but it's just like when we try to do it, y'all wasn't really supporting me. You know what I'm saying? So, because like think about like up and coming rappers, people like, oh, he's trying to make music, but then they blow up. Oh yeah, I knew him.
Exactly. I grew up with him. I went to school like
it switches like that.
It's crazy.
So it's just like, bro, it just don't make no sense to me, bro.
But it's one of those things where like, or at least me personally, I never really even get mad at because it's like nobody's ever gonna see your vision until it's actually portrayed.
So you gotta be a certain level of crazy to reach where you want to go. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like, and we it's something that where I feel like we kind of learn. I'm learning myself. Just get out of your comfort zone because your comfort zone is only going to keep you. It's only going to get you a certain point. So just learn this is like get out your comfort zone. And just if you want to do it, just do it type of thing. Because a lot of times people just if you get too far in your thoughts or like maybe I won't do it or worry about what other people are going to think. You're not going to do what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just kind of learning to just be yourself and learn how to be yourself, which just takes time. It takes time to figure yourself out.
I think Yeriel would know like. I'll be coming with some crazy ideas. I'll call him. I'll call him and I'm like I'll bring the team come together. My little brother Yeriel, some other people we just talk. I'm like I just come with ideas.
That's good.
I just come with crazy stuff.
Yeah, but it's good. I never told him this, but I definitely appreciate him back for that because like just having this kind of like. Just having those ideas. I can say I'm not a creative person. Like I think more logically, which is why I think this is why I like to do what I like to do. I like logically think about things, but just having that kind of vision to just think creatively. Because sometimes, I'm not going to lie, sometimes Mac will call me and be like, okay, what do you think about this? You know what I'm saying? But after a while, I'll put my own input into it too. So then we'll just eventually just get to a point where it's like merge, and then it's like, all right, no, this is actually can be something type of thing. So just kind of have that vision, think of crazy ideas. Even if you think you're crazy, bro, it's not crazy, bro. You might as well just try to do it.
Bro, I'm gonna say this. Nothing is crazy at all. Like, and I always stress this to him. Like, nothing is crazy. Think about the mics. No, before a mic was a mic, there wasn't any mic. Somebody thought about making a mic.
Yeah,
so like
exactly.
Nothing is ever out the realm of like being impossible, except for time travel, obviously. That's
still not
time. Even that too, like like somebody's gonna like no matter whatever you see in your head, you can actually formulate in real life. So like whatever you think, you can just do it.
I'm gonna just say, if time travel was real, that would solve most of my problems. I'm always late. If I'm gonna just snap my fingers and bro, I'll be on time every single time.
Would y'all prefer to go back in time or forward in time?
Forward.
I'll forward. But what's the point? Because if you go forward, then what? Like you have to come back at some point, right?
Yeah.
Like what's the point of knowing the future? I'd rather like that uncertainty.
I don't like living in the past though.
I'd rather go in the past and fix some things and then keep going forward.
But that's scary though.
Think about it. If you go back to fix whatever was in the past, you won't be the person that you are now.
Yeah, but I'm saying like, imagine you and some.
But it's like,
but would it be still you?
I think the butterfly effect is a real thing. I do think that one thing can change everything. Yeah, so I feel like me even trying to go in the past and try to change something, bro. With my luck, bro, I'll just end up in the slums, bro. I don't need that in my life. So I'm gonna just keep looking forward, bro.
I don't know, but I feel like I'd rather go to the past though, because going to the future, like I wouldn't want to go in the future because I think one big thing about me that I figured out is that like whatever I envision my future, it just ends up being 10 times better. God willing, like God's grace. So it's just like I'd rather go in the past. I don't want to mess with the future
because you already know the future.
Yeah, I'm already secure. I'm already secure in my future.
That's what you're saying.
That's what's up.
Makes sense.
And I wanted to, but I did want to like moving off of because you were saying get out your comfort zone, right? So like I know for me like. When we were at FreshCon, like that, remember that event? Y'all went on stage, right? For when I think y'all marketing's been really good, like recently, just in terms of like getting in front of like large audiences.
Yeah, which is
like,
you, bro.
Yeah, I would never thought like, but I'm too shy to be in front of like a big crowd.
It's a process.
Yeah, it's bro, it's a lot. It's just like getting the idea from talking to Tony, SSC. I would say he's like a mentor to me, and just like me, him talking, and he'll bring good ideas out of me. And I go to Yeriel, I go to my little brother, and I'm like, hey guys, like, we can do this. And it's like, all right, but let's do it. And we do it. Like FreshCon turned out way better than we ever thought.
Yeah, definitely.
Like that. I like what we did on stage. There was no plan. We just got out there and just did it.
And it's so hard because it's like you don't know if the crowd's gonna react well to y'all or not. It's like I would have been nervous. Like
it's so great. I was literally telling Mac, I was like, bro, when you get out there, bro, energy, bro. Because Mac sometimes he'll do the intro, be like, welcome to CurbTalk. I'm like, bro, enunciate, bro, and say it loud. But when he got on stage, bro, a whole different person. I'm like, bro,
I need the lights, bro. I need the lights.
Y'all had everybody getting up. Oh, this is my business. I mess with me. I'm like,
it was a trip. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm not gonna lie. I remember I was going to text you. I'm like, bro, like I would do something like this, but I don't think I could do that right now. And like, where do y'all think like y'all got that? Like, I don't know if you want to say confidence or whatever. Like, just being able to go do that because that public speaking is OC hard. Like, my leg be shaking sometimes. I'm in front of class, like trying to say.
That's actually one of my biggest
fears.
Really public speaking. Yeah. I think with me, it might have been. So as a kid, I used to be very involved in the church. So I used to give like Bible study lessons and stuff like that. Like I feel like a lot of my talents, like me, I have to be good with God. Like so everything for me comes back from the church. So you know what I'm saying? I feel like that. And also I think in middle school, I got in trouble. And then she was like, well, you could do a favor for me and then get out of trouble. And she made me like read a poem to everybody. So I had to read a poem. I think it was some assembly. I think honor roll assembly. I don't remember. So like public speaking always been kind of in my like my package, like God's package for me. So it was just like trying to figure out where exactly I fall.
I think same for me, Loki. I feel like I've never really had an issue with public speaking because I can talk. One thing I used to I was getting in trouble for talking. My parents used to really have to come in the classroom and make sure I'm not talking. Like even though I didn't have to do that, but you know, African, you know how to get it. But I could always talk. So public speaking, I think when it comes to me, I think at first it's kind of like you get kind of nervous, but once you start doing this, I don't think it kind of comes naturally type of thing. So I think just trying to just block out everything else and just focus on what you're doing, focus on what you're saying, because people like to have fun at the end of the day, and I feel like as long as you portray that, as long as you don't try to like take yourself too seriously, you can really just like people will message you. You know what I'm saying? People will kind of interact with you because people who wants to just sit there and just let people just talk to them. You know what I'm saying? So it was a trip. I ain't gonna lie, having people like actually respond. Because when we were talking, I was like, bro, are people even gonna interact with us? These kids don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
So. But it was definitely very, very gratifying to just afterwards just being able to see people actually were appreciative of that segment. And it's definitely something that we're going to keep going, bro. Let's just keep going and keep trying to elevate everything.
To the moon, bro.
Yeah. You did something else in public too. What was it? I remember I seen y'all talking public somewhere else too.
Oh, live podcast.
Live podcast, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's
to me, that's very tough.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Appreciate you, bro.
That's very tough.
It's another one, an idea. I think it was, did I come to you about that?
Yeah.
Another one of those ideas is all right, let's do a live podcast. Let's do it about passion because that's been the theme. And let's throw it. And
my kind of has the creative side. I feel like more the logistics and getting shit started. You know what I'm saying?
That's good because then that's just
it works.
But the thing is,
it works.
I wouldn't call myself creative. All my life, I would be like, me creative though.
Yeah,
I'm not creative.
Perhaps you are.
I think
tapped into it.
Yeah, I'm trying to now. I'm trying to.
Yeah, now I wanted to ask y'all. So, in terms of, do you think consistency is the hardest part for I know for us, I feel like that's the hardest shit to do because every week it can get repetitive sometimes, but just keep it going. And if you have a video that doesn't do well, but you thought it was gonna do well,
that hurts too.
Consistency might be the hardest thing. Okay.
Yeah, it is, especially when you're doing so much other things. It's just trying to keep up with scheduling people, and then the worst part is when you're trying to get people and they're not they're not being serious. Now it's now we gotta find backups. Yeah. Then the backup don't work out. So it's just bro, our platform is for y'all. Come on, stop playing. But people don't see the gems in until it blows up.
Get. I mean, it's not much you can do with that. It's only so much. So I understand. Like you said, people don't see the vision until they see it. Type of thing. So we don't get too upset about that, and we understand how the world works. But definitely consistency is looking the hardest part, just because. But we've had to take breaks. Our season 2 is 2 episodes long. Just to let you know, because we started season 1, and then next the summer came up, and I was in Seattle for an internship. So we literally just did 2 Zoom podcasts, and that was kind of it. And we just all right, let's just cut this here and just approach season 3 with a whole different mindset. And that's kind of what we did. And even season 3, we didn't end up releasing that until the next January?
That was January.
Because my man right here had to take a little break. There was a lot going on.
I had to take a break, bro. It was too much going on around that time. It was too OC.
Well, where's your internship at?
Internship?
Yeah.
It was in Seattle.
No, where? Or what company?
Small company.
Small is crazy. A small company is crazy.
Amazon.
Oh, okay. And you don't have money, right? Those are
I'm broke. Yeah, they didn't hire me back. So.
Oh wow.
Yeah. But they paid you quite a bit for.
I mean, let's get back to the conversation I had.
Okay. So let's talk about money, right?
Right.
Talk about money. So for us, we've not made a single lick. Actually, no.
We made 25 cents on Anchor.
Oh
no. Actually, we made it was $1. No, because it goes by period. All right, we made $1.70.
That's big bucks right there.
We made $2
a year.
Okay, that's
passive income.
That's
you know what I mean? But then we're gonna get the YouTube ads at some point. Then we're gonna make some money.
For sure.
But has money ever been a thing for y'all? Have y'all made money at all or no?
Nah, bro.
Nah,
it's off the muscle, bro.
Yeah, it's just the money thing, the Anchor thing. It's bro, we go. It's
and we've been lacking on Anchor.
Yeah, we haven't really posted Anchor. It's we went from Anchor heavy to YouTube heavy. So we're trying to be Anchor heavy and YouTube heavy at the same time.
So even I think money, especially because we understand especially with podcasts, it's not like music. It's not like a few streams and things like that. I feel like it's a lot easier to make money with music low key, depending if you're able to get your music up there like that. But with podcasts, it takes so much time to actually start making money with podcasts. So we didn't even put that. We thought the way we approached it is bro, right now it's an investment, and we don't know where we're gonna end up. We don't know where CurbTalk's gonna end up. You know what I'm saying? We don't know where we're gonna end up even in our careers.
Yeah.
So we just didn't want to put too much pressure on it. Think, no, we gotta make money from it. So we kind of just approached it if we can keep grinding and get to the point where the money comes, then that was God's time. You know what I'm saying? But we don't want to ever force it. And obviously we want to make money because
for sure.
The main reason why this is so hard to be consistent is because we got time. I got a concert project. I can't come to record. You know what I'm saying? It's just so much thing we got going on. So it's once you finally find time to do it, it's all right. if the money's gonna come when it comes, so you don't want to put too much pressure on it. Just keep going. You know what I'm saying? Keep going.
I feel like focusing on money cheapens your product. OD.
Definitely.
Like if you start thinking about money, it's like, are you not gonna think about what the person wants to hear, what they like, what you should be talking about? It's more like, oh, how am I gonna get $1 off?
How do I get more streams?
Yeah, and it's like, and then that's when you get into the whole, oh, let me do things for views now. Let me start acting out of character. Let me start, doing crazy stuff. And I, for me, like that goes through my head though. Sometimes I'm not gonna lie, like, cause like y'all know, like I'll say some crazy, I'll say like wild stuff. Not in terms like that's just who I am. I feel like sometimes I'm like, let me see something really crazy, just to like,
just to
see what will happen.
Yeah, but it's like you shouldn't have to think like that. Like you should do something because you like it.
Yeah, that's why we do it though.
Exactly.
Since I feel like it works for all of us. It works because we have a certain level of podcast. Like for some strange reason, we just like podcasts. You know what I'm saying? So because of that. I don't even feel when I get into a podcast. We just recorded one recently. But when we get into that, bro, it doesn't even feel like we're podcasting, bro.
It's just talking.
It's a conversation with mics.
Yeah,
exactly.
And cameras watching.
But it just hurts when I see people they don't love the art as much as we do. Like they just destroy it. You know what I'm saying? You see the clips of people like just bashing women or they're just saying crazy stuff. You're like, bro, like I'm pretty sure in real life you don't talk like that.
Yeah.
So don't believe what they say. Don't come with a mic and start talking crazy.
A lot of people talk crazy on the internet, but like you'll never see them saying like,
bro.
Like, even when people be like, oh yeah, like I hate women, I hate men. But you're with them every day.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. Like you can say whatever you want. I think that's the crazy part.
Like the real world and the internet world are two polar opposite differences.
The internet world is not even a real thing, bro. That's the thing. Like it's not real. I think people. That's why people can do whatever they want on the internet and still get away with it. Like it's and it's only gonna get worse. The internet is going to be more expensive. It's going to be more and more things you can do on the internet. So I don't know how our kids going to be doing, bro. But it's going to be interesting.
We're slowly going to get desensitized to everything.
Yeah.
You won't say whatever. I promise you could say anything. In the next 5 years, people probably going to be like, I'm even asking that.
It won't get too crazy. The reason why
he's about to get yourself caught.
But yeah, all that to say, we're going to be living in a horrible place the next 5 years.
No, I mean, we're already desensitive right now because, you see videos of people getting killed. I just see it. I look at it. I just keep scrolling. I'm like, once I'm like, damn. Yeah. I just seen PB Rock get killed. I'm just continuing my day.
But it's also because it's. I feel like low key at a certain point it might not get too crazy because we're in a generation now where you can say something you can really get like people will bash you for anything. The only reason why you're right in the fact that it's like. People can still say whatever is because people even if you get canceled a couple of weeks later you'll be fine type of thing. Like the internet is not real and the cancel culture is not real.
That's what I was just about to get to. That it's like nothing on the internet is real because you can be polarized and say something right or wrong. There's always two sides to a story. You always want to stay. I always try to stay as like neutral as possible. Yeah. People that bash women or people that. The women that bash men are glamorized for it, whatever reason they may be doing. Like the internet, whenever you see them in person,
it's not because you will bash like men will bash women and there'll be the same men out there trying to bash out the other party and she reject you and that's why you hate women. You know what I'm saying?
It'd be the ones that don't get pussy that bash the pussy. It's like, bro, it's like just say you don't get it. Like
you hear what he's saying though. I mean, you see
is that something you partake in?
I mean, he said it.
I don't partake in any of that. You know, I just be chilling, bro. Yeah, child of God, bro. Child of God.
I mean, he said it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's for other people. Not me. Those guys.
Those guys. It's not me at all.
You weren't speaking third person. You just
I was just speaking about other people. Just act around. Just act the right people though. Don't just ask the right people.
What we ask the wrong people? What do they say?
I don't know. You gotta ask them. You gotta ask them, man. You gotta ask them.
The vicious guy right here.
So now, how do you guys work on like marketing in terms of how heavily do you emphasize marketing?
Marketing is important. I think that's one of the reasons why we got into film. That was the biggest thing. It was like we need a way to get more content out and content that other people like. So then I was like, film pics. I just thought about film pics. I was like, if we take like a film pic of a person and put a quote of what they said during an episode, like people gonna like the picture, so they're gonna look at the picture. It's gonna draw more attraction to our page and to the quote or whatever. So we did that, and people love that. Like,
it kind of became a staple.
That's literally our staple. Like people was like, "Y'all film pics are tough." Like, you know what I'm saying? Like people ask me, "Oh, what camera y'all got?" Or like, you know what I'm saying? So it was like, I feel like that was a big game changer for us. So in terms of like getting people more attracted to our page and stuff like that.
And we're still learning marketing, bro. I think that's something that takes so much time to really perfect your craft on, bro. Because like, you have to think of the rollout for everything. Like, and especially we just talking about like when it comes to like the algorithm, trying to figure out how you post this and if this is gonna blow, if this doesn't, why is this not blowing up? You know what I'm saying? Just trying to figure out exactly when to post, when to do this type of thing. So marketing is something that's so major, bro. I think the best marketers are always successful. You know what I'm saying? Like people, a guy like Connor, he's able to market himself. That's why he can. I remember watching a documentary, just seeing him walk into Def Jam and be like, nah, like I'm him. And people would just like, at first they weren't seeing it, but
having that belief in yourself.
You know what I'm saying? Having that belief to be able to market yourself. So it's something we're still learning.
That's the easiest thing to market though.
Yeah.
Yourself. Like if you want to market, don't market things first. Market yourself and then other things will follow. So it's like, I've been trying to learn, like, how do I market myself efficiently? So that's something I'm still trying to think about. You know what I'm saying? So that if people like what I'm putting out, then they're gonna like whatever I create. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So
and we're just trying to put out, more content, trying to figure out exactly find our niche and trying to see what else we can tap into because we don't want to be closed-minded. We don't want to never stay in the box. You know what I'm saying? We all plan on keep elevating, keep going up.
Because our marketing is so tough. Like no matter how tough the quality is, if you don't market it properly, like for example, we're filming 4K right now.
Yeah.
This is a great conversation, but if we don't market it properly, it's not gonna
it's
go
not
out
gonna do
to
what
the
it
right
could.
person. It's never gonna be fully optimized. So like that's one thing that we place very, very heavily.
And I would say that y'all do great marketing. Like I like the way y'all do the reels and things like that.
Like, very good thumbnails, very good reels and stuff.
And all that matters, bro. People really don't think about how much that matters. And so earlier you asked about what does it take to get into podcasts? Like if you want to start a podcast, be prepared to like think of all that. You know what I'm saying? And don't try to put too much pressure on yourself. If you have to ask for help and try to have people on your team. Because like I think one reason why it works for us because our team is not just me and Mac. It's me, Mac, Ose, and Poston, his brother. So we have such a big team and like people who work together, and even just friends who will just come by an apartment because Mac's apartment is kind of like a lounge area. Okay, so a lot of friends would just be going in and out. So we just like bounce ideas off our friends at this like really put that all into the process because like the more we keep doing that, that's why we're doing it. We want to be authentic as possible and just keep being on that grind. So just having a good team around you, having that kind of support and having people who you feel like, oh no, I can bounce this idea off them and this is gonna work type of thing is always great to have.
And I was gonna say that was actually a question that like we kind of had at the beginning, like the importance of teamwork, right?
I was just about to say that too.
Because I think at the end of the day, like nobody can do anything alone, and I think that's like our pride gets in the way for
Thank
like
you,
the last.
Kalina. We appreciate you. Thank you, teamwork.
But yeah, but even having you behind the scenes, like if we didn't like shouting out like all the people who've helped us like so far, like at first we didn't even have a camera to really shoot on. Like we were using Mark's camera for a long time, or like we need people in the background to help take pictures for us and get like behind the scenes content. Like and they're going out of their way, like and taking up time out of their day, 2-3 hours just to do that. And I feel like having a team, like you could theoretically try to do everything by yourself.
It's not gonna work, bro.
Your learning curve is gonna be crazy. Like it's gonna take you mad long just to do like simple stuff, and like you need people. And I think a lot of times people like will, and they like cut certain people off or like diminish them or make them feel unimportant or not wanted because like they're on their grind. But it's like you need those people to support you. Because if you say F everybody and like I'm gonna do this and I don't care about y'all and I don't care what you think, they're not gonna. The main people in your life are supposed to help you are not going to.
And not only I think part of it is also people don't want other people to share their credit. People want to be like, nah, I did this. I did. You know what I'm saying? People, I got other muscle. You know what I'm saying?
It's
but
pride.
Yeah, it's pride. Pride gets in the way. So like, I feel like, and I think that's kind of why I saw we even wanted to collab because like, there's no such thing as there's enough audience for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? People would just be like, oh nah, I can't put him on. I can't do this, or work with him because it's gonna mess with me. Bro. Yeah, but everybody can make money together, bro. We can all succeed. We can all make content, especially now in the age where everybody wants to make content, bro. It's only gonna be more and more people. So you might as well work together and all get to a certain point.
Yeah, as a person, like you're more valuable if you can share your knowledge. Like never just hide your knowledge from anybody. Like if you can share things, other people share it.
Yeah,
like you just. It's just easier that way. Like nobody could do this by ourselves. Like we couldn't do this by ourselves.
Definitely.
Like it's
if we doing this by ourselves, bro,
it wouldn't like.
It'd be unchy,
I would say we have pretty good production, and that's because of our team. Like that's because of my little brother and Ose, Junior Ose. So it's like, bro, without them,
those two are clutch.
Without them, there's no CurbTalk. Like for a while, I didn't know how to edit. Yeriel didn't really know how to edit, so my junior was doing most of the editing.
Yeah.
And so, like, bro, without him, this wouldn't be possible.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's good. Because that editing process is
editing is crazy.
It's wicked,
for people
bro.
who don't know,
and
editing is wild.
I don't even edit that. All I do, I'm only in charge for the reels and the TikToks. So I can only imagine how Ty feels because he needs to do the intro, outro, mid podcast. Like, I respect your editing, bro. And you have Ali Films. Like he's on his.
How you be doing like the editing? Like what's your turnaround time?
For what? For a podcast or video?
Podcast.
I could I could probably get done in like 2 days maybe. Because like what I do is you gotta like get all the clips like for the one-on-ones. Because our one-on-ones we be shooting like probably it's like a 20-minute, 15-minute video, and you cut that down to like 3 or 4. So I gotta choose all the clips, cut them down, sync up the audio, then sync up all the audios, and then switch up the angles like every couple minutes. So like I might watch, let's say a 30-minute video. Like this might be crazy to edit because like a 30-minute video, I'll probably be able to edit it, change the angles and stuff after like an hour and a half. So like an hour video, probably like 2-3 hours maybe. So it's like I get it done. It's not like crazy because like I like hearing back what we talked about.
Yeah, that's
like, that's the thing. But it just takes time. But like, you get faster. At the beginning, 15-minute video take me like an hour and a half, 2 hours. Because like I just didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah. No, I think for me, especially because I'm doing like so much stuff, like I'm doing homework or whatever. It's just like, bro, it takes me so long because our episodes usually an hour. Yeah. Because it's like one thing you learn about people is that people don't really warm up to about the 30-minute mark.
Low key.
Then that's when the good conversation starts. So it's just like we just do it for about an hour, and then the audio. We also have to adjust the audio levels and stuff, and then the angles. We have 3 cameras with 3 camera angles, bro. It's a lot.
It's hectic.
That's the hard part too, because like most people who are watching, most people don't watch 30 minutes, like all the way to 30 minutes. Like I don't know if you ever look at your analytics and stuff. But like a lot of times your analytics, if you have like 30-minute video, people might only watch up to like 10-12 minutes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like it's hard to get somebody to sit down
and keep watching,
especially if you're like we're not famous, right? So
so it's like it's a Goldilocks effect.
Yeah, like Kevin Hart can talk about nothing for like 30 minutes, but you'll still sit there and listen.
You'll watch it because it's Kevin Hart.
Yeah, but it's like we have to like kind of talk about something the whole time for somebody to want to listen. I think that's the hard part, but it can be discouraging. But it's like
but the thing, I think it's always. I think it works for us because it always just comes naturally, and that's why we really like it. I think it always comes naturally, and that's why it's always authentic. And I think that's why we're just able to keep growing. People want to keep coming on the podcast. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, and even with editing, bro, like Mac is just now teaching me how to edit, bro. And because he showed me one thing, like I think it was like how to layer the clips, because sometimes you have different clips, you have to like layer match it with the audio. I tried to do it myself, bro. I was like, I got you. I've seen that. I did it myself. I was standing there for a good 30 minutes, and Mac was just he's like, bro, you need help, bro. I was like, no, I'm good. Bro, after a while, I was like, nah.
Me and Jim used to sit in the basement, right? Like, we would literally sit in the basement and be like, just try to get this like shit to work.
It's crazy.
Premiere Pro has taught us a lot of lessons.
Yeah, bro,
a lot.
Premiere Pro.
I'm learning right now, so we'll see how it goes.
But you'll get it. It's not that hard. Like, podcast won't be that bad.
Yeah, because now I've gotten to the point where like, and he doesn't like it, but like whenever we're about to post, I edit the night before, and I just send the clips.
The way I am, like, I think that's the one hard part for me and Jim, because like the way I am, I try to get shit done like a week ahead.
I get them the night before, send them to like 3 a.m. and then.
That's a good balance, so y'all can be in the middle.
It works out, because if it was the other way around, it would have been. If it was him editing the video, it would not be done. But it's hard. Like working with teams and having those people around you to help, but that's all you need.
Yeah, bro.
But yeah, I don't know how long we've been talking for. Time kind of flew by. I'm not gonna lie. But I wanted to ask y'all, because I feel like we're probably gonna wrap up soon, right? It's just like, what do you think that makes y'all different? Like, why do you think people should support you in your podcast? And like, if there's any other tips or advice you have to somebody who may want to start, or just about like,
or take that risk.
Yeah.
You want to start? You want to go ahead?
All right, bet. CurbTalks is all about like, really, we just want to promote what's going around. Like we talked about the talent that's in the DMV, and we feel like it's just so much. And since we're proud of where we're from, we kind of just want to keep highlighting that and help other people show off their platforms, help other people like, now I'm doing this, we're all doing this, and just kind of come together and have those conversations. Like I said, I love talking to my friends, and we love like just having those fun conversations. I feel like sometimes I have the most fun talking with my friends about random stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
So if we can portray that on like a camera and have other people do that and relate to that, that's kind of our whole goal. Like I feel like what makes this difference is that we try to not only like it seems like, oh yeah, we're doing interviews. We're not just doing interviews. I think we try to also have a conversation and just sit down and really talk about stuff that you want to have those conversations, but let's have it on camera. Might as well have it on camera. Have it with people you don't know, and that can just take you in so many different directions that it just makes it just so fun. You know what I'm saying? I think that's basically what makes it different. And you want to touch on that?
Yeah, I feel like 2 words: passionate and authenticity. Like we're both passionate about what we do. You know, whenever we speak into a mic, it's not just, you know, we're speaking from experiences, but we're speaking to people who also share similar experiences, you know, and then we're just authentic with it. Like there's no facade here. Like this is generally who Mac Paul is. This is who Yeriel is. This is who Taha is. This is who Jim is. Like there's authenticity in this room right now. So it's just like a lot of it, you know what I'm saying? So why not watch authentic people that are trying to put people on, you know what I'm saying? That we want creators on a platform to help them get to where they want to go. And, you know, in the mutual benefit, you guys help us get to where we want to go as well.
And one thing I always say, like, I like good vibes. I hate arguing. I hate confusion. So I like peace. Like what I like to say. So and I say it to say, like, I want to see other people win. Like I want to see other people happy. I want to see other people that. So if we can do that with our platform, that's kind of what we want to do. And advice for like people starting, bro, I would just say, just do it. If it's on your mind, just do it. Like, don't be scared to do it. Like, I think 2022 has been a year of self-improvement and growth for me. And I've learned I'm learning myself a lot more. And I think that once you do that, once you learn yourself and figure out who you want to be and just make sure you portray that and stay authentic, everything you're doing is just going to keep climbing. You know what I'm saying? So just do it, bro. Don't be scared. Just do it. And make sure you have a good team around you. And make sure you just stay solid.
Pray, have a team and do everything at the highest level possible. Like everybody can do the same thing, but whoever does at the highest level possible is the one that's bound to win. So if you're not ready to put in the work to do at the highest level, don't do it. Like just find something else, and that's okay. You know what I'm saying? But don't just think about sit here and talk or just bash people because you're just hurting other people that genuinely care about what we do.
No, that's
very well said.
Yeah, and so I mean, we're gonna do a second video on y'all channel. So everybody watching, like, stay tuned for that.
Stay tuned.
That'll probably drop like a week after, maybe something like that. We'll see what happens.
But definitely be a part 2. So stay tuned, man.
Make sure to check all of us out: YouTube, Apple Podcast, Spotify, all that. I think we're on everything.
Check them out on CurbTalks.
On
everything. Right?
I think we on the curb right now.
We on the curb with TimeMillionaire.
We on the curb with TimeMillionaire.
We on a curb letting time pass by.
There's something there. I can see it. We're time millionaires with.
I think we just stop the conversation. All right. But you know, Howard County. PG, man. Howard County is the better.
All right.
No, PG's the best.
Let's not do that. Sorry.
PG's hard. I'm not going to lie.
PG's hard, bro. PG's the best. I'm sorry.
Whatever.
Y'all cool.
It's cool.
Who y'all got?
Before we leave, the Howard County slander needs to stop. I need to say that because
honestly, do y'all even have slander?
No, we do.
Nobody knows about y'all.
Who talks about y'all?
See, this is what I'm about right now. See,
it's the Moco slander, not the Howard County slander. Like, who talks about y'all?
Howard County is elite, bro. Like
literally, it's better than
Howard County. Realize like that.
I mean, for education, maybe.
PG is.
I'll probably give y'all the
education matters.
Yeah, education matters a lot.
If you look at it, like a lot of them from Howard County, I think they're doing well at Maryland.
Who y'all got? Y'all got Logic from Howard County?
Huh? Brett Fires is from Howard. No. Y'all love Brett Fires. Brett Fires from Howard County.
Okay,
that's one.
That's fair.
Hey,
who's from PG? Hey, that's good enough. It's a good start.
PG got a few. We got some good bump.
Okay,
we got KD, Beautiful.
Whatever.
Whoop-de-doo. Like, who cares?
Howard County.
I went to school.
What school was that?
Man.
I know with the flowers. Whatever.
Rico Nasty.
Yeah, okay.
Corday.
Okay.
That's so nice.
Shall I stop?
We went to school with Rico Nasty too. I'm the same flowers. Like, go there. I'm just saying.
Okay. Well, at the end of the day, we're all here.
I can't wait till some people say
we're all in school. We're all in PG right now. I'm just saying that. I'm just letting
that's
you know.
Just the school is in PG. The school we go to is in PG.
Why wasn't it built in Howard County?
Whatever.
Well, anyway, hope y'all enjoy it again. Check out CurbTalk. Check us out. You know, links will be everywhere. IGs will be right here for both of them. So go follow them on my Instagram.
Kind of the thing where they be on YouTube, be like,
IG, right?
Yeah. Just
So
yeah.
Are we doing that?
Okay.
But
Let's get that might be a little chance.
Let's forget I did that.
Let's not do that.
Longest outro ever, but yeah. Top Millionaire.
Outro for that.
I appreciate y'all for coming, man.
Out.
Nice.